Welcome along if you've just joined us. This is the Monday Night Community Show, and it's great to have you along with us. We're talking to James Crane and Faye Mahoney from the Kent County Council Community Wardens as part of our regular slot here at the Monday Night Community Show. James, now I know you wanted to cover about smart water this evening.
Yeah, indeed. I did touch on this last time I was in, which I believe was back in October, I think.
Yeah, it must have been around about that sort of time.
Excuse me. But yeah, smart water, it's a device which has been used by Kent Police for a number of years. It's basically normal water which has got thousands of microscopic pieces of metal suspended in it. And once this water is dried, it can be seen glowing under a UV light which is on a specific frequency. It may be important to note that every specimen of smart water is different, as the code in the liquid works out that I think there's about 1 billion different codes which can be found throughout the whole range. Kent Police primarily use it for proving a person's attendance at a crime scene, and they can do this by fitting a canister above a door and or window and link it to the alarm system, and whenever someone enters the room without disarming the alarm by whatever means of entry it is, the canister goes off, covers the person with water, and if that person gets lifted by the police and put in their custody suite, which are all put with ultraviolet lights around them. It's a special room which they put them in, turn the lights on, and if they start to glow when they're underneath it, they can prove they're from that crime scene by doing a DNA test, essentially, on the smart water. Smart water will typically stay on a person's skin and hair for up to 8 weeks, and it will actually stay on an item of clothing indefinitely. Kent County Council was actually the first county council in the UK to use smart water in their fight against fly tipping, and the Clean Kent campaign launched their smart water campaign on the 23rd of September last year over at the Maidstone Studios, as a deterrent against fly tipping for whoever may be doing it. The Clean Kent personnel, KCC wardens and the Swellborough Council street wardens have actually been trained to apply smart water to any rubbish they might come across, and this might be outside of a resident's house, or if it's been loaded onto the back of a lorry. The owners or collectors of the rubbish will be informed what will be happening and why the smart water is being applied, and they'll be asked to sign the form which will be filled out detailing what has been sprayed, etc. As I mentioned earlier, smart water has got a unique code hidden inside of it, and should the rubbish be found fly tipped, then the code can be retrieved from a piece as small as a full stop at the end of a sentence. And tests conducted by Kent Fire and Rescue Service have proved that smart water can also withstand the effects of burning, and evidence can still be found from charred pieces of debris. So proving its effectiveness to still provide evidence to secure a conviction. And at this moment, smart water has actually got a 100% conviction rate when it's been presented as evidence in court. Fly tipping is actually quite a serious criminal activity, and offenders can face prison sentences of up to 5 years or a maximum fine of £50,000. And since March 2008, Clean Kent has secured convictions against rogue traders, with the number of fly tipping incidents reducing by 61.5% across the whole of the county. Legislation has been put out called the Duty of Care for Householders, and it actually works to protect residents. Basically, the public can take simple steps to check that tradespeople they employ are licensed to carry waste, and without these checks, if any of your rubbish is removed and ends up being fly tipped, you could actually be held responsible and fined, as well as the fly tipper. Basically, the steps are: ask the person who's collecting your rubbish if they have a waste carrier licence. Check the licence number by visiting the Clean Kent website on www.cleankent.com, or call the Environment Agency on 0870 850 6506. And if that person is not registered, don't use them, and inform the Clean Kent campaign on 0845 345 0210.
We're talking to James Crane and Faye Mahoney live in the studio this evening here at the Monday Night Community Show. We're now going to be speaking to Faye Mahoney. Good evening, Faye.
Good evening, Daniel. How are you this evening?
Okay, fine, thanks. Now, James always brings one of his colleagues along with him. He's brought you with him this evening. So could you tell us a little bit about yourself and the area you cover?
Certainly. I've been the community warden now here for about 8 months in Minster in Swale. Really enjoying myself. Obviously dealing with, lots of different things that happen in Minster. But yeah, really good, thank you.
What issues do you deal with in Minster?
Just to really reiterate what James said earlier, to be honest, we deal with a lot of issues of fly tipping, as that's quite a big criminal offence. Also, we do anti-social behaviour on a lower level rather than a police level. We deal with lots of different things like neighbourly disputes. We can deal with graffiti, any sort of community issues really that happen.
Now, James, you often see posters about pact posters, but what is that?
Right, well, a pact actually stands for Partners and Communities Together, and it's a meeting whereby the members of the public can meet with different heads of relevant authorities, whether that is Swell Borough Council, Kent Police, Kent Fire and Rescue, Kent County Council, Kent Highways, Swell Housing, Amicus Horizon, whatever, all of those, and the residents are able to make their points across to those people who will be responsible for dealing with the issues. Basically, a pact meeting differs from a parish council meeting because the pact meetings are on a broader scale and they cover a whole range of topics, and it's more of a free speech between the residents and the panel. So yeah, that's that. The last pact for Leysdown and Warden that we had was a postal drop, and that came up with the priorities of dog fouling, speeding and littering. Now, the priorities are set at the end of each pact meeting as to what the residents would like the authorities to deal with. And up in Leysdown and Warden, which is the area that I cover, we went into doing the pact by post because we had a greater response to it as opposed to having the meetings. The next postal ballot we'll be having will take place at the end of this month, and we'll hope to get the results back as soon as possible.
We are joined with James Crane and Faye Mahoney,